This water organizing module is a system that you should already start building if you are in a city, because it will give you pressurized water that you can run to your electric boiler or gas boiler or any boiler for that matter, compost heater, and it's 12 volts, so even if electricity switches off, the pump still works and I can enjoy a really hot shower. So we're hanging the boiler, it's electrical one. We thought gas is better, but there's no way for us to get it out right now, and this is the quickest version. We do have electricity. We work with what we have. So I've got the little hanging pieces, and it's 100 liters, so it's quite heavy. Have a look. I need to see how far they are from, so I get a 90 degrees, and then I can say, oh, the center of my hole is, from that is 10 centimeters. I'm going to be hanging something strong because this wall is weak. So I'm going to increase the surface area. So the rake is here and the other rake is here, the structure. The rest is will rip out. So I'm going to increase the surface area by putting it in the rake and lots of screws, so it puts pressure on the whole board and not just on one screw. So now I can say exactly where it is. 10 centimeters. I need to align this. I know it's 52.5 centimeters, so I've made a mark, and that's how I'm going to make it level. It's just some basics. You'll find many better ways on YouTube how to hang a geyser, but I'm just figuring out that's how I'm going to do it. This is also new to me, to put such big bolts in. I use my eye to go center, and that's how it's going to hang. So what I've done is I made this support to support this because it's just OBS and there's no anchoring poles there behind. So just to spread the load, it's going to be hanging on lots of screws, and yeah. And here's my anchor. There's the anchor because the previous bolts are here. Means there's the anchor. If all goes well, it should just hang on the bolts. Это будет... Та-да!
Все?
Да. We did it! Zoya!
Ой, ну это так.
Okay, something new to me. 2 types of pipes. One for hot water, the thicker wall one, and the cold water. Cold water. A connector from here to PVC. Gonna measure it down. And have two lines running, one for hot water at the bottom and one for cold water. I mean, they're both going to be cold coming out of here. The cold water needs to get to here from the one of the taps, and then the hot water will go out to the shower. Figuring this out, so I've got the corner because I need to see how high it's going to be. This I can't screw on because I need to still weld it. Once it's screwed on, it's going to be about here. I want to give a little bit. I know that this thing ends 1 centimeter in. That's the correct size if I put where top of my thumb. But I want to have a little bit of space in case, at least 1 centimeter. So then I lift it up, yeah, 1 centimeter high, just in case. And that's my mark. It's easier to pull up because then you don't lock the blade. So you pull this way. But it's low tech. Remember to clean out the edges. 7 to 11 seconds. One, and I also put some screws into this thing just so it doesn't move. And boom. That's it. There's no time too fast. Okay. And now, see, thanks God I've given myself a little bit of space because I didn't even think that, you know, that's going to be here once it's screwed on.
So mistake.
See, and thanks God my worm can be unplugged a little bit. And also just, see, it's nice that it's got a bit of space. Obviously I need to tighten it. Plumber's wrench comes in handy. So now the question is, how the hell do I get this here? In America and in South Africa you have glue that you put it on and you stick it in and it glues. Here I have to get with this machine somehow. And I can't glue it on this pipe because then I won't be able to close it. With a pipe, it'll hit the wall. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect from the corner to here and measure to here. So this whole piece is made. That's welded. Here was a corner going up, a corner there welded, and a pipe to there. And this whole piece I'm going to mount here. Because I can't go with this machine in the corners, and it's going to be easier for me to make this whole thing up outside, bring it here and just do one weld here. So now I need to get this thing absolutely flat, so that's why I'm building it on the floor, not up comme ci comme ça in the air. Checking 90 degree immediately because the pipe is soft. Problem, I don't know how to get this.
Успел?
Yeah, I think I made it. Gosh. Yeah, this is tricky. So now it's running here. There's welded, there's welded, and now this is for the hot water, that where the clamp is. So that's gonna be easy. But you see, I had to do this as one piece, and it's good that the worm I can take it off, yeah, and then I can, you know, take it off the clamps, and then I can move it a little bit. This really helps me. This really helps me. Because then I can move it away a little bit, and then, yeah, that was very difficult. That's it, it's all working, it's all connected, and I have one more leak. Just here, so I'm gonna fix this. Yeah, guys, put more thread tape. Put more thread tape. Put more thread tape, because it's much easier to put thread tape before than to put thread tape once it's all connected. Okay, so I'm figuring out the outlet, which is quite important. So that's a typical what the end of the pipe here in Russia would be. So it'd be a long pipe and the end is self-fitting. In South Africa we didn't have this. So anyway, you got to work with what your country has. So they gave me a little rubber thing here with no thread. So that fits here. So this would be, imagine a long pipe going out to your grey water wetland, but for now I'm just gonna, because I can't dig anything outside, the ground is frozen, so I'm just gonna let the water run because it's a shower and it's fine for now. You're not allowed to do this in America, but you can do this here. And obviously in future will be a conscious cleaning of water with wetlands and plants and so on. I am 2 centimeters from the bottom of this. Yeah, so this will be my floor level where the legs are touching. So I need to have the same distance here, maybe even a little bit less, because I want the pipe to go at a slant immediately down so there's no blockage, the water can just run out. I don't want it level, you want it taking a 3-degree dip between these two pipes. That's what I'm trying to say. You just need to mark a circle. And obviously all of this is better planned before you build a house. And then I'm trying to retrofit from scratch where there was never a shower or an outlet for grey water. My drill is getting broken. She's getting old and my gearbox is not gonna handle that.
Okay, I think we've got a hole, so let's make it bigger.
Ничего не видать, ты что делаешь?
Aha! We got an outlet, baby. Okay, something I figured out. You take that funny rubber thing off out of the fitting, that little black thing, and then you fit in that connection to the bathroom outlet, and that fits in snug because it's got a little ridge in there. Rubber thing that comes in. Obviously, you need to keep the bottom part of the shower. This is not going to the septic. And remember to put some oil. I just wetted it. There, and it just goes in like butter. So I put a bit of tape to make it thicker, so it goes in nice and snug. So there's cold air coming in. So one will need to cover this from outside, possibly with a little cap, until we get this to a wetland, because right now it's going through. It was the easiest option right now in the middle of winter at -11 Fahrenheit. Bingo. Bingo. So I will be diverting that water further away, and eventually it will go to a wetland. But for now, just so it doesn't go to into the house, it goes towards garden beds. As you can see, there's plenty of water. It's all melting, the snow, and we don't have a problem with water, and it's all going to feed the underground water. So if your government is not allowing you to do this, run. Что сантехника, она везде одинаковая. So do not over tighten your plastic plumbing. These are brittle. So I'm going to use some Pratley putty or wherever the stuff is. You mix the two things together, and I put the glue in between. So hopefully I can glue it, and I shouldn't have used the plumber's wrench. I should have probably tightened it by hand, because if you've got a little rubber seal, then it seals really nicely without cranking it in, and plastic is just too brittle. So carefully testing for any leaks, any wetnesses. Ta-da! So carefully testing for any leaks, any wetnesses. Very important, and I'm happy finally. I've tightened everything up. A little bit of moisture coming, so I'm going to wipe it and see if it still comes through, because I really don't want any water. Let's see, just underneath this thing. Look at that, where the bolt is. Either the mixer is faulty or something. So after taking it away, apart, not apart but out, I'm seeing that I can't see the drop, as strange as it sounds. And I have already drilled a little hole, thinking that I could drain the water here, but that, I didn't need to do that, so I don't know. All I can say is that it's looking good, and do thorough checks before you mount a shower permanently in, because this stuff doesn't like water. So that's why Zoe actually painted it white, first enamel, yeah, acrylic enamel, and then varnish it with a color, so it looks like it's the same wood. There it is, but it's actually varnished. It's an effect that Zoya did, but now it's sealed. Okay, finally started to run without air. Quite cool. So now I'm going to connect it back. I think I removed the air lock.